Will, I think Akamai probably has some interesting experience, to bring here because transforming, as you said, at this point, I think it's a third of your revenue is CDN, which is pretty remarkable because maybe there's some listeners who still think of Akamai as like maybe 2/3 would be CDN or even a higher percentage. So as you have, expanded your offering, especially around the connected cloud, um, what are media companies coming to you for? You're still carrying a lot of traffic. 1/3 of Akamai's revenue is still a big number. So, it's still a lot of traffic, but how does this look for Akamai? Um,
Yeah, I mean, you should say, why should Akamai expand? Firstly, I think I get asked that question all the time, and a lot of it is to do what Joe just said. Everyone's looking for efficiencies. If people haven't noticed, delivery has become commoditized. It's no longer special, right? It's price per gigabyte. There's not a lot of bells or whistles or features, and what you've seen is a huge contraction in the number of CDN vendors. Three of the largest six have gone bankrupt in the last 3 years. That's how tight the market is in the CDN side. So you have to be incredibly efficient in delivering video. There's more and more volume of video, and the marginal cost of each new video deliver decreases, right? There's just a flood of it. So CDNs have to become extremely efficient. And as a result of that, the growth rate's not high. So Akamai says, well, how can we naturally leverage the assets we have, which is a highly distributed network? Well, video has to come from somewhere. It has to come from an origin. So why don't we go vertically into the compute and origin space? And then why don't we protect the content on the outside, which is crime, unfortunately, is the only thing growing faster than the internet. So that explains sort of the expansion. What we see for media workloads on compute, and these are the fastest growing part of our business, is media on our compute servers. Because we have a very high egress capacity combined with this edge-based compute. And that's the sweet spot for media, right? Media is a heavy workload. You don't want to move it around longer than or further than you need to. So being able to execute close to where you deliver from and be able to get media in and out at a low cost, at a predictable price, and efficiently on a global scale, I think that's the attraction. So we're seeing big pickup there. The other thing that's especially interesting for our users is they have a lot of peak workloads, especially live stream encoding. An event comes, 3 or 4 hours, goes away, doesn't happen for a week or a month. And if you have to invest the capex to go buy an encoder that's only being used 3 hours a week, it's tremendously inefficient, right? But you can come and get a VM and start encoding, and you can have it for a day, and then you can give it back. So you only pay for what you need, and that makes much more sense. So it's the story of OpEx, both on the customer side and also on the CDN side, curiously enough. Like, we focus on keeping our OpEx low so that our prices are reasonable, so that our customers can have good OpEx when they consume our service.